It's come down to one game for a Section 1 softball title in Class A, and when this tournament began, who could have predicted this? The 8 seed and the 7 seed playing for a championship. That's the story as Beacon faces Brewster here on MSG Varsity. Welcome, everyone. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Carly Blake. And here we are. These two schools, they're separated by 27 miles on Interstate 84. But one game separates them today from a section title.
Absolutely. And Beacon right here, the key for them is going to be patience in the plate. And on the flip side, we have Brewster, true family. These kids have been playing together since they were in 8th grade.
So how did Beacon, the 8th seed, get here? Well, 19 wins on the season. It all began with a victory against Ardsley, but then the big victory in the quarterfinals. Unseeding #1 Pearl River in 10 innings. Keep in mind, Pearl River, the 4-time defending champion. Semifinals, it was a victory over Tappan Zee, and Beacon is here. Of course, it all began with Chelsea Dexter setting the tone from the start. What a season for the catcher behind the plate.
She is a senior. She's the captain. She's the true leader, batting over 400, a 4-year varsity starter. Coach calls her a complete hitter, hits for power into all fields, and as the catcher, she's the complete package. Great blocker, great game caller, strong arm, and she is truly a leader on this team.
Hitting .547 for the Bulldogs so far this season. As for Brewster, how did the Bears get to this championship game? 17 wins this season under head coach Lisa Delzio. It all began with a 1-0 win against Hen Hut in round 1. Quarterfinals, it went to extras, but they held off Pelham by 2 runs. And then in the semis, getting by Ursuline. And here are the Bears going for the Section 1 championship. Oh, we said Lisa Delzio is the head coach. Her daughter is the center fielder, and that is Marissa, the senior.
Also a senior, great captain, just a true leader as well. This kid is power, so patient and consistent. 2012 All-League, All-Section, an absolutely fearless center fielder, a selfless player. She is all about the team, and next year she'll be playing basketball at Western Connecticut.
She could do a little bit of everything. Her mom played softball and basketball at Manhattan College. So Brewster back in this championship, going for their first Section 1 title since 2003. It's been a little bit longer for Beacon, trying for their first Section 1 crown since 1989. Bears and Bulldogs for a championship next here on MSG Varsity. One game for a Section 1 championship. Bulldogs and Bears here in Nanuet, New York, in Rockland County. And a big crowd here at Heroes Field today. Let's meet the head coach of the Beacon Bulldogs. And what a first year for Brian Antolet. He spent 4 years as the head coach of the JV squad, so he's coached many of these players. He's coached them here in his first varsity season to a Section 1 final. For the lineup for Beacon, let's turn to their catcher, the senior, Chelsea Dexter.
Hi, I'm Chelsea Dexter, and this is the starting lineup for Beacon Lady Bulldogs. Batting first, Leandra Etchie. Batting second, Kristen Yanarella. Batting third, Chelsea Dexter. Batting fourth, Ashley Gonzalez. Batting fifth, Jenna Maloff. Batting sixth, Kathleen Boyle. Batting seventh, Sarah Lorelli. Batting eighth, Tori Williams. And batting ninth, Jelana Fuller.
Thank you very much, Chelsea. Let's check out the defensive alignment for the Brewster Bears. Christina Graff catching Alicia Feeney. Deanna Mahalko, Shannon Summer, Savannah Sergio, and Nicole Larm are your infielders. Brittany Diiso, Marissa Delzio, Jen Nooner are the outfielders for Brewster. And in the pitcher circle is Alicia Feeney. What a run for the sophomore. She was terrific going the distance against Ursuline. 199 ERA, 7 wins on the season, Carly.
And 70 Ks. This kid knows how to move the ball around. A fastball, changeup, knuckle change, screw, curve. She is a pure power pitcher. Coach tells us nothing phases her. She's got a great poker face.
We'll see what she does against this lineup. It starts with Leandra Etchie, the real table setter. Now, what a year it's been for the Beacon Bulldogs. The 8th seed, and here they are in the championship against the 7 seed Brewster. Now the seeds may be high, but these two teams, one with 19 wins, the other with 17, not your average 7 and 8 seeds.
No, they're very strong on both sides. They're defensively and offensively sound. They don't see the seed. They're ready to play.
First pitch to Etchie. Taken for ball 1. Underway for a Section 1 championship.
See Feeney going right at Etchie right here.
Fields the bunt cleanly on to first, and a strike. That retires Etchie. One down here in the Beacon first inning. So Feeney takes care of business, and she'll now face the sophomore first baseman, Kristen Yamarella.
That was a nice play there by Feeney. I like that. Etchie tried to fool the infield and lay the bunt down real quick, show her speed, but nice play by Feeney.
Yamarella takes her first pitch strike. She's a terrific 2-strike hitter. She struck out just 3 times all year. We'll see how she battles back. The 0-1 chopped to first. Easy play right there from Mahalko. Got down on her knees, so it's taken just 4 pitches and already 2 outs recorded by Alicia Feeney.
It was a nice play by Mahalko right there. She went down to get the ball. You want to make sure that nothing gets past you, no errors. So she put her knee down, almost like a catcher, and blocked the ball for the 2nd out.
Speaking of catchers, here's Dexter. 1 ball and no strikes on the senior. What a year it's been in her 4th year on the varsity squad.
She is just killing the ball, batting well over 500. And you see Feeney being very careful with her right now, not giving her anything that she can drive. She's got 5 doubles, 2 triples, and 6 home runs this year already.
Takes a strike on 2-0, so now a 2-ball and 1-strike count.
Feeney keeping the ball on the outside right there, looked like just a location fastball.
Bounced up the middle. Nicely played at second by Summer, and the throw to first is in time. So nothing leaves the infield in the first. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Alicia Feeney. Bottom of 1. Brewster coming to the plate with no score at Nanuet. No scores. We go to the bottom of the first. Refreshments all ready for you here in Nanuet. Bulldogs and Bears. And the head coach, Brewster, the Bears, is Lisa Delzio. 4th season as head coach, 62 wins at her alma mater, and now playing for her first Section 1 championship. For the lineup for the Bears, we turn to 3rd baseman Nicole Larm.
Hi, I'm Nicole Larm, and I'm here to introduce the starting lineup for the Brewster Bears. Leading off, we have Shannon Summer. Batting 2nd, we have Brittany Diazo. Batting 3rd, we have Marissa Delzio. Batting 4th, we have Christina Graff. Batting 5th, we have Nicole Larm. Batting 6th, Alicia Feeney. Batting 7th, Savannah Sergio. Batting 8th, Deanna Mahalico. And batting 9th, Jen Nooner. Let's go Bears.
You said it, Nicole. Let's take a look at the defense for the other side. The Bulldogs. Chelsea Dexter catching Kathleen Boyle. Kristen Yanarella, Hope Angeloni, Sarah Lorelli, and Ashley Gonzalez, the infielders, and then going to the outfield, Jenna Maloof, Leandra Etchie, and Jelana Fuller. In the pitcher's circle is Kathleen Boyle, the Beacon Junior. 17 wins on the season, 2.13 ERA. And she could do it in all sorts of ways, Carly.
She's had a great season, 106 strikeouts all year. She's got it all as well. Fastball, screwball, change, riser, curve, and drop. She sees what works in warm-up and then goes with what is working best for her. She doesn't try to force anything.
Boyle's thrown all but 10 innings this season. She's been the definition of a workhorse. And here in the bottom of the first inning, she'll face the top 3, Summer, Diazo, and Delzio. It's a real patience against power type contest. The patience of Beacon. Brewster has a lot of power top to bottom, including Summer, even in the leadoff spot.
It will really make for an interesting matchup right here. These teams are both so fantastic and have done such a great job getting through the state sectionals.
Boyle's ready.
You go 1.
Went around, so strike 1 on Shannon Summer, hitting .483 on the season.
Like right there, you see the changeup right away. Trying to throw something off speed, keep these batters off balance.
Popped up. Will it stay playable? It does. Well played behind the plate by Dexter. And there's 1 away.
Gotta love when the catchers hop like that. Dexter jumps real fast, sees the ball is still playable. It's a straight backstop there. Makes an easy play.
Here's Diazo hitting .288. And the first pitch from Boyle. 1 ball, no strikes. Diazo very quick, also a really good bunter. So you have to be careful because she can get on base in all sorts of ways.
Up and down this Brewster lineup is really like that. They're not afraid to have any one of their kids hit or bunt.
First hit of the ball game served into left, and DeIzo's on. It's a one-out single. And a nice table set for Marissa Delzio, our highlight player here for Brewster.
DeIzo does a nice job with this one. An inside fastball. She just gets around on it, keeps it on the inside of the foul line. Thinks about going to two, just teases the left fielder Mailoff. Stays at first base, but now you have wheels.
The coach's daughter. At least that's what Lisa Delzio said every other day. For this game, she's the center fielder.
I thought that was very interesting how the coach puts it. She is the center fielder. That's it. She's not her daughter when they're playing, which is very hard to separate, but she's so proud of her daughter, you could tell.
One ball and one strike. Another big fan is her aunt, Pauline Delzio. Big fan of us on MSG Varsity, and you know she's going to be watching this game. So we wish Pauline and the extended Delzio family all the best. Here's the 1-1. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes on the number 3 hitter for Brewster.
Delzio's not going to look to do too much here. Just put the ball in play, which she's got wheels ahead of her. DeIzo can turn a single and run to third base very easily.
1-2, deep to center. Back goes Etchie, and it's gone. 2-run homer, Marissa Delzio. And the Brewster Bears strike first. It's 2-0 here in the bottom of the first inning.
That was an absolute rocket. I was wrong. She was trying to do a little bit right there. That was a straightaway. You know, Coach had said this yesterday. She is a dead center hitter, and that one hit our staff hold out in center field. Looks like she takes an inside pitch that's up and just drives it straight over the center field fence and high. That was out there. Our center field camera almost had a nice pitch out there.
We'll make sure they bring their gloves the next time.
I think they're going to have to. These kids really can hit.
So Mom and Coach pleased with the performance. 8th home run for Delzio, and Christina Graff takes strike 1 from Boyle. So Kathleen Boyle on the hill, the junior. We'll see how she responds. Here's the 0-1, and it slipped right out of her hand.
It's an unusual decision for a pitch, and she's laughing about it. It's a little humid today. The ball gets a little slick on, you know, her hand gets a little slick. The ball can slip down. That is a ball, in fact.
Home plate umpire Billy Onovich. A little smile. And that's forcing Boyle to relax. Good poise after a 2-run home run.
It's all about having fun. This whole experience is supposed to be fun for these kids. I played in the state sectional final game, and once the nerves wear off, it's about softball. And that's what these kids are out there playing softball.
1 and 2.
Here's the 1-2. Nice changeup, hit to third. Gonzalez across the diamond. Well played, and they're 2 down.
Really nice play by Gonzalez. She just keeps her glove down, which is going to be the key. This field is a little hard and soft in spots because of the rain, and she's just got to keep her glove down. She makes a nice play across the diamond to Yanarella for the 2nd out.
Number 5 hitter Nicole Larm stands in. So the big blow so far, 2-run homer from Marissa Delzio to straightaway center. Larm hitting .307, also our lineup reader a moment ago.
She did an excellent job.
Terrific. Shades of Bob Shepard.
These kids will be taking our jobs in a few years.
Looped down the left field line and in for a base hit. So a 2-out single for Nicole Larm keeps the inning going for Brewster here against Kathleen Boyle.
Nicole does a nice job sitting back on this pitch. Looks like it's a breaking ball, and she sits back, which is the most important thing you need to do on a changeup. Just gives a little dunker into left field.
Pitcher against pitcher here. Alicia Feeney against Kathleen Boyle.
Pitchers love this. They love to face each other and really show what they can do.
Well, Feeney's shown quite a bit this year. 346 average. Had the go-ahead 2-run double in the 8th inning of the win against Pelham. In the quarterfinal, she was also the winning pitcher.
She's a kid who likes to do it all, and that's one thing you see a lot now in softball is you have pitchers and you just want to do both. They want to hit the ball hard and they want to pitch complete game shutouts.
Waited back on the changeup, popped it up on the infield and caught by the shortstop Lorelli for the final out here in the bottom of the first. 2-run score on 3 hits. Delzio at the 2-run shot. 2-0 Brewster after 1. Top of the second here in Nanuet, New York. Section 1 softball championship in Class A. And Brewster with a big bottom of the first. Some run support for Alicia Feeney as she takes the pitcher's circle for the second. Gonzalez, Maloff, and Boyle are up for Beacon.
Delzio did a nice job putting this team on top. It's important to get the first runs of the game to have some confidence going back in the field.
The big blast from Marissa Delzio. 2-run shot, part of a 3-hit inning. And now we get to see her once again in center field. It hasn't been tested yet, but she has tremendous speed and range out there.
And she's a great leader out there. That's what you need. And she's not the only one who's got speed out there. All across the board, D'Iso and Nooner also. This is an extremely quick outfield that can get to balls.
Number 6, third baseman, Ashley.
Cleanup hitter Ashley Gonzalez stands in. Strike at the knees as Feeney brings the heat for strike 1.
Feeney really does have that poker face out there. She shows no emotion.
Up the middle and through. It's a leadoff single for Ashley Gonzalez.
She is happy about that. She fist pumps her hand. I love that. It was a great base hit. Looks like a curveball that just kind of hung up a little bit in the air. She drives it into center field for a very clean line drive base hit.
So Gonzalez aboard. She's played a key role at third base during this playoff run. In fact, she started a triple play with the bases loaded early in the game against Pearl River. When Pearl River was poised to break it open, they couldn't because of Gonzalez. Now 1 ball, 1 strike on Maloff, the number 5 hitter, trying to set something up for Beacon with a runner on base.
This is important right here for Beacon to get something going. It's a good leadoff base hit, strong hit by Gonzalez to get them feeling like they're right in this game.
1-1's right down Broadway. Iljanovic calling balls and strikes. Donna Spafford at first. John Morgan umpiring at third base tonight. 1-2 to second base. Angeloni tags 1 to throw to first, not in time.
That was a really nice play by Summer right there. It pulled her glove off as she makes the tag on Gonzalez. Doing that slowed her down enough that they were unable to get Maloff at first base. She stops, makes the tag, and I don't even know how she got the ball out of the glove to throw it to first base. That was really impressive.
Now 1 on with 1 out, and Boyle takes a strike.
Boyle's going to want to get some payback right here, and definitely has the ability. Batting .317.
In the air to left center, that'll get through. Bouncing all the way to the wall. Maloff rounding the bases. The throw is cut off. She slides into third, and onto second goes Boyle. She has a 1-out double, and 2 now in scoring position for Beacon.
She was truly helping herself out there. Just drives the ball in the gap where neither of those speedy outfielders could get to it. Takes an inside screwball that just keeps rising and just goes all the way to the wall with that. You see that Maloff hustling all the way, gets into third base, Boyle into second, stand-up double.
Here's Sarah Lorelli, and she takes her first pitch strike. Kelly Mosman now running at second base for Boyle, and Maloff, the runner at third. 1 ball and 1 strike.
It's not uncommon to pull the pitcher out, get a pinch runner. I was always pinch run for. Always. I never ran. It was a problem.
So the catcher and the pitcher.
Always the catcher. Well, the catcher's the slowest one in the team 9 times out of 10. And I definitely was. I was nicknamed the Blur. I was
very close.
Absolutely right there. Nice job moving the ball around.
Staying alive at 2-2, Sarah Lorelli, the senior shortstop, 4th year on varsity, and one of the real emotional leaders of this team. Big chance now. 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. Beacon down 2 runs. Will it get through? Into center. Delzio makes the catch, throws back in, and no chance for Maloff to come home. So Delzio on that shallow fly ball makes the catch, and a very quick throw back into Feeney. And now 2 in scoring position with 2 outs.
That was a smart heads-up play by Maloff. Delzio has got a cannon in center field. She was shallow enough that she would have been able to hit it straight to the catcher's glove, and she would have been out.
Tori Williams holds up. Designated player, the junior batting in the 8th spot, taking the spot in the lineup of Hope Angeloni, the second baseman. And she fouls back the 1-0.
Coach tells us she's a very aggressive hitter at the plate. She is going to go at every pitch. You see her fouling off right there. She's just a very aggressive player, which coaches sometimes love, sometimes hate.
Beacon had 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. Now Feeney's 1 strike away from escaping trouble. Left side, tough play for Sergio. She was bobbling as she threw, but she made the play in time, and Williams is retired. Feeney escapes trouble. Beacon with 2 hits. They leave 2 in scoring position, and as we head to the bottom of the 2nd inning, it's Brewster with a 2-0 lead in this Section 1 title game. Nice group of supporters here at Heroes Field. It's a beautiful baseball and softball complex here in Nanuet, New York, Rockland County, for a Section 1 championship in Class A. Ed Cohen, Carly Blake, our entire MSG varsity crew, and Kathleen Boyle back in the pitcher circle, with Beacon trailing 2-0. Bottom 3 due up for Brewster, starting with Savannah Sergio. Made a terrific play to close that top half of the 2nd.
Yes, she did, and that's what's so important, is Boyle needs to know that her defense is truly behind her, and they're a very strong defense. They got it all the way to the sectional finals with it.
Brewster, their shortstop, number 45, Savannah Sergio.
Sergio batting 7th. There was a thought from Lisa Delzio that she might bat Sergio 6th, but she swamped Feeney and Sergio and get her pitcher up a little bit higher in the order. First pitch, bouncer on 1 hop to short. Lorelli across the diamond. Well played, 1 down.
That was a nice play by Lorelli. Ball goes up a little bit, but Yanarella is a tall target over there with a very big glove and makes a nice play at first base. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's the pitcher's best friend.
You know it. Deanna Mahalko hitting a couple of points below 300. The number 8 hitter stands in. And they try to move her off the plate to no avail. 1-0. So we'll see how Boyle responds here after the 2-run first inning. She's thrown 2 pitches so far. Here is the 3rd. 2 balls and no strikes.
Working the inside of the corner. I like that from showing us the screwball. Not afraid to go right at these hitters. Many pitchers are very fearful of going onto the inside plate on a righty in fear of hitting. Boyle certainly isn't.
Way outside this time, 3-0.
Now she's got to take a breath, get her poise, and know what works for her. She's got a little bit of a upset look on her face, maybe hoping a pitch was closer.
Taken all the way, now 3 balls and 1 strike on the number 8 hitter, Deanna Mihalko.
That's the way Spoil needed to come back, just a straight fastball with a little bit of extra pop on it. Get that strike over the plate.
Line past the second baseman, Angeloni. It's a 1-out single for Deanna Mihalko, going the opposite way. And the first runner for Brewster here in the second.
I love that. Mihalko goes with that pitch and lines it. That was a shot into right field. Angeloni makes a really nice diving play on it, but it's just past her glove. That is a rocket into right field. Fuller gets it in real quickly.
Beautiful bunt. Tough play for the third baseman Gonzalez, but she retires Nooner, and onto second base goes Mihalko.
Bunting is an interesting choice right there, because now you have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. However, you're back at the top of your lineup, which is very important.
Shannon Summer. She fouled out to Dexter, the catcher, back in the first, and she takes a ball for ball 1. And Jen Nooner, the number 9 hitter, sacrificing herself, but not your usual 9 hitter, in that she hits .348.
Yeah, you don't see that very often.
Yeah.
That's something that's great for Brewster to have, is so much power at the bottom of your lineup. So Summer was ahead of that one. She's a pure slapper. You're going to see her run through the batter's box to try to get a hit, but she's batting .483, so it works for her.
Yeah.
Nice pitch on the outside corner. Boyle painting the screwball on the outside very nice.
Mihalko in scoring position at second after the 1-out single, then was moved over. 1-2 pitch in the air, slicing down the line, but there is Mayloff to make the catch for the final out of the second. Brewster gets a hit. They leave 1. 2 innings in the books. It's 2-0 Bears leading Beacon. Top of 3 for a Section 1 title. Brewster leading Beacon 2-0, and we're joined by the head coach of the Bulldogs. It's Brian Antelek. And Brian, second inning, couple of chances. You left 2 on base. What do you make of what you have coming up here in the third, 9-1-2?
I make of it, this girl, Fiend, she's pitching a good game, but she hasn't struck us out yet. We're all putting the bat on the ball, and I know 1 through 9 we can all hit, so I'm looking for my speed to get on right here and put a couple runs on the board.
Coach, Boyle had a rough first inning, gave up 1 big hit, but she settled down really nicely in the second. What is going to be her key to continue on like that the rest of the game?
Well, her key is, even if she gives up a big hit, she's able to just laugh it off, put it behind her, and move on to the next batter. And as you saw, she did that right away, and she settled down as soon as that pitch was over.
Brian, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Brian Antelek, year number 1 as the head coach. Graduated Our Lady of Lourdes in 2000. Played club baseball at Boston University.
I love that he said that she laughs it off, because she literally did.
Yeah.
She was laughing the next pitch. I love a pitcher who can do that.
Having fun, even when it's for a title.
It really is. You can't take yourself too seriously in this sport, because the next day you might not be playing it. So you have to enjoy it while you can. Feeney
on the pitcher circle for Brewster. Jelana Fuller, number 9 hitter, leading things off for Beacon. Fuller, the right fielder. They love her speed, especially in the number 9 spots. They basically have 2 speed players to start this inning, with Etchie on deck. Yanarella is due to bat a third. 1-0. Bell tie is strike, now 1-1.
Yeah, this is a kid who could hit a little squibber ground ball in the infield and get base hits out of it. That's so important to have at the bottom and the top of your line.
Picked up in foul ground. No, they'll say that it stayed playable, and Fuller is retired, and there's 1 down.
Very heads-up play by Graff there. That ball did look like it was foul. However, it was in front of the plate. Fuller, very heads-up, picked the ball up fast and threw it down to first base. Let's take another look. Yep, right in front of home plate.
Stayed in there, yeah.
Fuller picks it up so fast, has to throw away from Fuller, who is in the baseline and does a nice job getting it down to Mihalko.
Etchie takes a strike to even things at 1-1. Leandra Etchie, not a freshman, not a sophomore. She's in 8th grade, and she played last year in 7th grade, too.
That always I find very interesting about New York teams, that they are able to play in that young, but if they're mature enough, which she definitely is.
Past the glove of Sergio at short. So Etchie's on with the 1-out single, a liner into left. Now we'll see what Beacon can do with it, trailing by 2 runs here in the 3rd.
Etchie's showing that she has no fear against these kids that are older than her. She just lines an outside pitch into left field for the first base runner of the inning.
1 on, 1 out. Low to Yanarella.
Yanarella is a very, very patient batter. She does not strike out.
Loops this one down the line. It's a fair ball. On to third base goes Etchie, and sneaking a second, Yanarella. Second and third for Beacon with 1 out here in the 3rd as they look to tie.
That was hugely heads up by both players. Etchie knew that ball was dropping. She was running hard. Makes it all the way to third base. Yanarella heads up going into second as they throw to third base. Let's take another look. It's just dunked. You see that Etchie's already on second base and just hustles all the way to third. Very heads up running by both players.
This is the person you want up, Chelsea Dexter. Hitting .547. She's 0 for 1 after grounding out to second. Part of a 1-2-3 first. 2 balls and no strikes. Talk about a big spot for Alicia Feeney. She escaped trouble with second and third and 1 out in the second. Nothing came across. Same spot here in the 3rd inning. And there's a strike at the belt.
Nice curveball right there. What she has to do right here is go back to what has been working for her. The same way she got out of the 1st inning. The 2nd inning. She, right there, keeps it on the outside corner, and Dexter's only able to poke it foul.
Fight hard now. It's easy. Don't try to do too much with you.
Etchie at 3rd, Yanarella at 2nd. Past the 3rd baseman, scooped up by Sergio, and no play. Everybody stays safe. Bases now loaded with 1 down. And the cleanup hitter, Ashley Gonzalez, coming up as Beacon looks to take advantage with 1 out here in the 3rd.
Sergio was very heads up right there. She didn't make the play because Etchie would have bolted for home. It ends up saving a run even though you have the bases loaded with 1 out. Coach is very happy right now. You can see it on his face.
Well, he knew that he could trust any hitter in this lineup. That's what he told us before this inning. 3 consecutive hits. Etchie at 3rd, Yanarella at 2nd, Dexter on at 1st. And Gonzalez takes a first pitch strike.
He also knows, though, that his kids are very patient at the plate, and they're going to go after strikes. They're going to be very aggressive at the plate.
Nicely blocked by Graff. Gonzalez 1 for 1. She singled and was later forced out in the 2nd.
I love when catchers can block that ball so well. It saves a run.
2 balls and a strike. So the Beacon Bulldogs 19-4, but the number 8 seed trailed early 2-0. Chance to tie and maybe do more. Gonzalez up the middle. Sergio coming home for the force. Not in time. Etchie slides in safely with the first run for Beacon. It's now a 1-run game. Bases remain loaded with 1 out.
An interesting play there. Sergio thought she could get Etchie at home plate. She makes a hard throw. Unfortunately, it pulls Graff off of home plate and allows Etchie to get in there safely. It's a little squibber ground ball. She should have gone to second to try to get the double play with 1 out, but Etchie's so quick that she gets in there safely.
Jenna Maloff, the batter. Now 1 ball and 1 strike.
Mayloff, big smile on her face. She's going to, and then she shakes her head, so she's ignoring the coach, something he's saying. So she's hoping to get a nice base hit right here.
In the air, will it stay playable? It will not.
Ricochets off of the car out there.
I don't know where to park in these situations.
You'd think that would be okay over there.
Well, you park as far away as possible.
You never know.
The 1-2, just a little bit high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yannarella's the lead runner at third, Dexter at second, and Gonzalez at first. Tap towards third. Larm coming home. And this time they get the force right before Yannarella. Now 2 outs. Bases remain loaded. And this time it's the pitcher, Boyle, will have a chance to help her cause.
That time it was the right play. Your runner is not as speedy, and Sergio comes up and makes a strong throw to home plate. It's another little squibber, and I apologize, it was Larm who made the play. Huge gun at third base and just fires it half for the second out.
Good contact, up the middle and through. 1 run is in, and they'll hold the runner at third. Dexter scores, Gonzalez stays put, and we're tied up at 2 on the RBI single for Kathleen Boyle.
Boyle is having herself a game today. That's her second hit. Big time RBI because it ties the game. Just doesn't try to do too much with it. Just a base hit up the middle. Sergio nowhere near it. And we have another run. Dexter is able to score.
Lorelli, the 8th batter of the inning. The last 6 have reached in some capacity. 2 runs in, they're looking for more. 1-1 into center field, another base hit. 1 run's in, Mayloff held up, and she had to sneak back to third. Another 2-run scoring hit. Sarah Lorelli, and Beacon has taken their first lead today.
Beacon is really doing a nice job, not trying to overpower, just base hits. Basic softball, base hits win games. They're doing a nice job, and they're not trying to send the runners, not pushing the outfielders. They know how strong the arms are out there. 1 run at a time.
Mayloff at third, Boyle, the pitcher, stays on the bases at second. Lorelli at first, and a strike to Tori Williams. The 9th batter to come to the plate this inning.
Boyle does not want to come off the bases. She just slaps her hand against her leg. She wants to be out there running.
Kelly Mosman is coming again as the courtesy runner. Already into the at-bat with Williams up, and she's now behind 0-2.
I love that. She didn't want to come off.
Took a while. Already a pitch thrown that at-bat. And she was already on first, then got to second.
I think she was fighting it, and I think coach just said, all right, no, you got to come out.
The umpire took the worst of it.
Yep.
Bilyanovich hanging tough.
It doesn't look like he's got a chest protector on back there.
I'm good, thanks.
Got hit in the wrist, though.
He just said he's good.
He's good. He's good. It's tough. Ouch.
Alicia Feeney has already thrown 29 pitches this inning. Here comes number 30. And Williams stays alive.
I'm telling you, our cameramen really need to get gloves. Eddie, that came awfully close back there.
I put the cutoff at about 12 years old to bring a glove to a game.
Hey, I still bring gloves to games. I keep them in my trunk.
We'll talk afterwards. Gets away, Mayloff trying to score. Beats the throw home, and the runners both move up. Ball got away from Graf. Mayloff took off her home, and she slides in with the 4th Beacon run of the inning.
So important to keep the ball in front of you as a catcher. When the ball bounces away, even with a backstop like this, which is not that deep, looks like it bounced off the top of her chest protector and just got away. Now the 4th run is able to score, and almost We see, my apologies, Boyle almost continued on, not Boyle, Mosman. That's right, Boyle wouldn't come out of the game. Mosman almost able to continue on. The ball gets past the pitcher Feeney.
Second and third with 2 outs. 4 runs have scored this inning. Williams is the 9th batter at the plate for Beacon. And it's now 2-2. So you have Mosman at third, Lorelli at second. And just when you thought that Beacon might get 1 or none, think again. Swing and a miss. So Feeney gets the final out of a big third for the Beacon Bulldogs. 4 runs score. Hits all around. On to the bottom of the third. Now the Bulldogs with a 2-run lead. Bottom of 3 here in Nanuet, New York, and the fans have seen Beacon take advantage in the top half of the third. 4 runs on 5 hits. They left 2 in scoring position. Nonetheless, Kathleen Boyle is a happy girl as she takes the pitcher's circle here in this bottom of the third inning.
And she's truly helping herself out. 2 for 2 with an RBI. So clutch. She's getting herself back in this game. I love it.
Now the challenge, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, starting with the ISO, who singled and later scored on Delzio's 2-run homer. Delzio on deck, Graff to follow here for Brewster. First pitch hit deep to left. Maloff is there. She was in good position to start that at bat. Didn't have to move all that much. And DeIso's retired, 1 down.
She really was positioned perfectly. They're playing these hitters deep. Beacon is showing a lot of respect for Brewster, knowing that they have home run power all around.
Including now. Here's Delzio again. Last time up in the bottom of the first inning with a runner aboard. Delzio going deep against Boyle.
And very, very deep. She gets a high fastball and just jacks it over the center field fence. Wow, what a play by center fielder Etchie.
Not so much out of the ballpark, but a liner, and she used all her height to get it.
Wow, that ball was rising as it came at her, showing that she, again, not just an 8th grader. Delzio just rockets this one. She makes a great play. Still got the shades on. I think she could probably take those off now. Still sporting them.
We're getting there. Sun's starting to die down. So 2 hard hit balls to the outfield. 2 retired. Christina Graff stands in, grounded out to third base, her first time up. So Boyle again trying to come inside. 2-0 on the senior catcher.
Boyle is happy with her defense today.
Graff on the ground. Nicely played by Lorelli. On to first. That was a nice play by Yanarelli to catch the final out of a 1-2-3 third. On to the 4th. Some good defense from Beacon. They'll look for more scoring now here in Nanuet. Stay up to the minute with all things high school. Follow MSG Varsity on Twitter. You can get the very latest scores, play-by-play information, and tweets from your community. Follow MSG Varsity on Twitter now. Go to twitter.com/MSG Varsity. And a little bit better if you're a Beacon fan the last inning. Bulldogs scoring 4 in the top half of the third, then getting some very strong defense in the infield and also in the outfield in the bottom half of the third. And now Alicia Feeney hoping for a much better performance in the pitcher's circle against the 9-1-2 hitters in this 4th inning.
Yeah, Feeney threw 34 pitches last inning. She's going to look to calm herself down. Do exactly what Boyle did last inning. 6 pitches and out.
Yolanda Fuller was one of the few who didn't reach base in the third.
She's going to want some payback right now. She's going to want to lead this team off again so fast. She can do it with the bat, or she can do it with the bunt.
behind 0-2. Fuller, the right fielder. Good speed, and if she does make contact, more of a line drive hitter. Fuller, Etchie, and Yanarella here for Beacon in the fourth. The school from just along the Hudson on I-84. Swing and a miss. Beautiful change right there from Feeney, and there's one down.
That is an excellent use of her changeup right there. It kind of just held over the plate, and Fuller swung through it. It's a nice changeup.
Etchie got a piece. It's 0-1 on the 8th grader, who really set the tone in that third inning with that one-out single. Little did we know it'd be the first of 5 hits, and she'd score the first of 4 runs.
She really showed her speed that inning, too, going around the bases.
Towards third, Feeney steps in. The high throw's not in time. Etchie beat it out.
Once again, showing us her speed. Laying that bunt down, the infielders were back, and showing how fast she is just getting down that line. She is pure hustle. Puts it nicely down the third base line. Larm is back. Strong throw by Feeney, but just couldn't get her.
And then she steals second. So Leandra Etchie, the youthful one, setting the tone at the top of the order for Beacon in scoring position with 1 out.
She's got 4 more years on varsity. I just can't get over this. She is pure speed. I think that's all I can say about her.
Popped up to Larm, and Yanarella's retired for the second out.
That's huge right there for Feeney. She needed to get her second out of the inning to calm herself down, makes a nice pitch, and pops it up to Larm.
Still a runner in scoring position. Here's Dexter. Dexter's 1 for 2. She singled and scored in that big third.
She'd love to do it again. She'd love to get herself an RBI in this situation. You have speed on the bases. Base hit would do that. Graf toying with Etchie down at second base.
Here's the 1-1 from Feeney. And now 2-1 on the senior Dexter. What a year. Came in hitting .547, 6 homers, 29 RBIs, and a real leader behind the plate who's only gotten better with her blocking. Swings and hits this one deep to right field, carries the other way, and carries out. 2-out, 2-run homer for Chelsea Dexter. And Beacon has come through once again. It's now 6-2 in favor of the Bulldogs.
Wow, I said pure speed for Etchie. That was pure power right there. That is a righty pushing an outside high pitch over the right field fence. Wow, just incredible for her 7th home run this season. High outside pitch. She knows it's gone. She's waving her arms as she goes around first base. She really wants Boyle to get this win, I think. And everybody's waiting for her at home plate.
2-run homer in a championship game. 4-run lead for Beacon with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Ashley Gonzalez, the cleanup hitter. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. And now 1-2.
As a softball player, you live for this stuff. You live for the day that you put a ball over the fence in a championship game. Or really any game. Championship especially.
Gonzalez reached on a fielder's choice and scored in that 4-run third. On the ground is short. Sergio up with it. And the 4th inning finally over. But Beacon comes through again on a 2-run homer with 2 outs for Chelsea Dexter. Bottom of 4 coming up. The Bulldogs with a 6-2 lead over Brewster. Now Brewster coming to the plate here in the bottom of the 4th, now trailing by a 6-2 score, and we're joined by the head coach of the Bears, Lisa Delzio. And Lisa, it was looking good early. Your lineup has not come through against Kathleen Boyle like they had early on. What do they need to do to get back in this game?
They need to be a little bit more patient. That's what I asked for him. I said to be patient. We can hit this. We've been down before in games. Our hitting is what's brought us through this. And they're hitting well. They're playing really well. So I just told them, let's be confident. We've been down this many runs. We got a lot of outs left, just one at a time.
Coach, Feeney is moving the ball around really nicely, but giving up a few big hits. What is going to be key for her to stay focused and calm the rest of this game?
The key is to go back to our game plan, which is their 3, 4, and 5. I didn't want to see anything anywhere around the belt area. Everything was supposed to be out, up, and in. She is struggling a little bit with that, so I think we're just going to calm her down a little bit. Give our fielders a chance. You know, they got some terrific hitters, and I did not want anything out and over the belt. So just got to get her to be a little more crisp with her pitches and better with her pitch selection.
We'll look for it, Lisa. Thanks so much.
You got it.
Former Lady Jasper, Manhattan College graduate Lisa Delzio, 4th year as the head coach at her alma mater. Coached so many years in Little League, so she knows a lot of these players, including her center fielder, her daughter, Marissa.
I love that 8 of these kids have played for her in some capacity. She said Little League, All-Stars, fall ball, all kinds of things that these kids do besides playing in school.
5 through 7 in this 4th inning. Larm, Feeney, and Sergio.
Third baseman, number 31, Nicole Larm.
Larm singled her first time up back in the 1st. Brewster led this game 2-0. Beacon has scored the last 6 runs. And a nice start for Boyle here in the 4th.
Boyle's going to look to stay very focused right here. As coach for Brewster had said, stick to the game plan. Boyle's going to, feel the same way about Beacon.
Oh, she got Larm to chase.
That was a pretty pitch. That was the knuckle curve that I've been waiting to see. Or I'm sorry, the knuckle change. Wrong pitch. The knuckle change kind of just hangs up there. Looks like a meatball when it comes in.
Hits this one a little bit harder, but foul down the 3rd base line.
I want to see that pitch again. Like that.
Little ephus.
As a catcher, you love to call those funky pitches to try to throw the batters off, and you get a big smile on your face when they swing through it.
Sometimes the best hitters fall for the slowest of pitches.
Absolutely. There it is again.
You got your wish.
I'm sorry. My pitcher had one of those that was very weird. And you can't see the smile under the catcher's mask, so I used to be able to chuckle.
Popped up high into a pretty bright sky. Catch made at shortstop by Lorelli, and there's one down.
That really was skied. That ball just kept going. Lorelli, big smile on her face. She's having a good game.
One down, and Feeney now hoping to help her cause. She's 0 for 1. Popped out to Lorelli back in the 1st. Seen a brand new Kathleen Boyle with some runs to work with. Hits her short, knocked down by Lorelli from the knees, 1 at a time. It's a 1-out single for Alicia Feeney here in the bottom of the 4th.
Definitely helping herself out on that one. She just rocketed that one. Lorelli unable to hold on to that. Definitely base hit all the way. Lorelli makes a good attempt from her knees to get that ball across the dime and just couldn't get it there. Feeney hustling all the way. Love that. Throws with everything she's got, but Feeney is chugging down the line.
Number 45, Savannah Sergio.
1-0 on Savannah Sergio, the senior shortstop. She's 0 for 1, grounding out to her counterpart Lorelli back in the 2nd. Sergio hitting .254 coming in. Real scrappy player, and they love the contact, so maybe she's the patient one who can get the Bears at least back in this inning with a runner on and 1 out.
She's a very clutch player. Nice pitch there by Boyle, curveball outside. I've been watching Dexter behind the plate. She keeps jumping up, watching Feeney. She's ready to throw. As soon as that pitch comes in.
Back to the pitcher. Boyle looks at second, throws to first just in time. She knew she had just enough of a window to take a look at Feeney, but then get Sergio at first. A runner now in scoring position with 2 outs in this bottom of the 4th for Brewster.
It was a heads-up play by Boyle. She did not field that ball cleanly. Kind of fiddled around on the ground. She knew she couldn't get Feeney, so she went for the sure out with Sergio. Ball's just kind of a back-end squibber, and it just goes off her glove. Throws it across. Still a big smile on her face. Boyle's been smiling a lot this game.
Well, now a 4-run lead.
Well,
she was smiling when it was 2-0.
Going the other way.
Facing Deanna Mihalko. Mihalko wearing the unconventional number 94. That's a spring training number.
I was going to say it's a football number. You don't see 94. It looked like she taped it back.
2 balls and no strikes. Spring training, you see a lot of players who aren't in big league camp, or maybe you're getting their look. They need uniforms, but they can't have the conventional number.
Exactly.
I covered a team in Montana. We played the Helena Brewers, and Helena used to wear the bigger numbers because they used to get the spring training jerseys from the Brewers that didn't go with the big league team.
You don't see the high numbers very often in these young teams. They didn't usually give you options when you played in high school. You had to have those low numbers. I always went for the unconventional 13.
Unlucky 13.
Unlucky. Well, it was lucky for me. Lucky because nobody else wanted it to.
Right.
Still wear it to this day.
Well, if A-Rod can wear it, so can you.
No, don't compare me to
3 balls and no strikes to Mihalko. Taking all the way. Strike 1.
I had the number first.
So Kathleen Boyle looking for the final out of this 4th inning. Feeney at second base. 3-1 hit hard up the middle and through. Will Feeney score on it? Here comes the throw. A good one from Etchie, and Feeney puts on the brakes.
What a gun from Etchie. That ball did not even hop a line drive to Dexter to save a run. Feeney was very heads up there, not even taking a chance. Nice hit right up the middle by Mihalko. Etchie comes up throwing, and you even pumped it. Just a beautiful, beautiful arm.
Boyle starts off Nooner with a strike, but a big chance here for Brewster with 2 outs, hoping to stay on the pace here, down 6-2 with runners at first and third. Nooner's come through with a sacrifice bunt. That was in the second, but hitting .348 and a number 9 spot. So really speaks volumes about the power and the balance that Brewster has top to bottom. Here's the 1-1. Fouls it away, and Boyle's 1 strike from getting through it.
It's really a great thing that coach has. She has people able to hit and bunt all the way up and down the lineup. That's something that not a lot of teams can say. You know, you often have high averages up in the order, but low in the order, it's not the case. Brewster is the unusual one.
Popped up. Stays on the infield. That's where Boyle waits in the circle for the final out of the 4th. Brewster gets 2 hits, but they leave 2 runners, and through 4, Beacon with a 6-2 lead here in the Section 1 Class A final. Beacon and Brewster, 2 schools along Interstate 84. Beacon with a 6-2 lead as we head to the 5th. But many have come through Beacon, New York over the years, including a former world light heavyweight champion in 1939, Melio Bettina. And the boxer with a small street in the city center named in his honor. He is one who's made it through Beacon, as has Digger Phelps, the former Notre Dame head coach and now ESPN analyst, born and raised in Beacon. Always fun hearing from Digger during the college hoop season. There is Melio Bettina, back in 1939, the world light heavyweight champ. And James Forrestal, Secretary of the Navy for 4 years, 44 to 47, born and raised in Beacon. As for Brewster High School, a couple of famous graduates. If you're a fan of The Sopranos, you know Michael Imperioli. also from Goodfellas. And he's not the only one. Laura Branigan, a late singer and actress, also a Brewster graduate. Alicia Feeney taking the pitcher circle, top of 5. 6 runs have scored for Beacon over the last 2 innings, and here's Maloff to lead it off, and she swings and misses at a beautiful change.
That really was a nice way to start it off. See, Maloff is kind of shaking her head at it. Felt she shouldn't have swung, but when you're up there, you see that change and you want to swing at it.
Maloff, Boyle, and Lorelli. 5 through 7 hitters in this 5th inning for Beacon.
Big cut right there. Nice pitch by Feeney.
Slaps this one into center field. It's a leadoff single. First hit for Jenna Maloff to start the 5th.
Feeney almost got a glove on that. That ball was flying right back at her very quickly. Nice hit by Maloff. Feeney's a little frustrated that she didn't get the glove on it fast, but that was hit so hard.
Kathleen Boyle coming up, and it's been a strong performance so far.
Yeah, she's done really well. Big double in the 1st inning. And a single with an RBI. She's had a good day, not only at the plate, but of course pitching as well.
1 ball, 1 strike on the junior. Maloff on base, the 10th hit for Beacon thus far. And Boyle fouls this one away, 1-2. So Alicia Feeney in a tough last 2 innings for the sophomore after going the distance. In that win against Ursuline in the semifinals, she's faced an offense that's been ready on the Beacon side.
But she's stayed very calm and cool and collected, as coach told us she would. You know, she's still moving her pitches around. See a strikeout right there, does a nice job coming back and getting Boyle.
3rd strikeout for Feeney. And there's 1 down here in the Beacon 5th. Lorelli takes a strike. And they have the runner between 1st and 2nd, Maloff. And she's out of the baseline. So they pick off Jenna Maloff. A beautiful strike from the catcher, Graff, and now they're 2 down.
I love that heads up. She had the strike on the outside corner and was waiting with her body turn. Throws it hard down to Mahalko. Gets the runner and a run down, and Maloff had no chance. Take another look. You see she set up outside. Graff hurls it down. Mahalko goes after the runner, makes the tag.
Base is now empty with 2 down. 2-1's up high to Lorelli. She's 1 for 2. Flight out to center in the 2nd. But then an RBI single, part of that big 4-run 3rd inning. Stays alive, now 3-2.
Nice pitch by Feeney right there. That was a hard, high fastball. Lorelli not able to catch up with it. She's still moving her pitches around really well.
Right back to Feeney. A little low throw, but she gets the final out. So Brewster will come to the plate in the bottom of the 5th. Down 4 runs, but still a ways to go at the top of the order. Coming up. Think your school's team is the best? Make yourself heard on Facebook. MSG Varsity on Facebook lets you check out regular updates on games, shows, and what the fans have to say about absolutely everything. MSG Varsity on Facebook. Check it out. Facebook.com/MSG Varsity. Kathleen Boyle to pitch again for Beacon in this bottom of the 5th inning. After giving up 2 in the 1st, a big recovery. 4 strong innings overall.
4 very strong innings. She's kept her pitch count down to 53. 6 hits, only 2 runs. Her defense has come up huge behind her, including a few great catches in the outfield.
Tall order now. Brewster bringing the top of the order to the plate. Summer, DiIso, and Delzio. And we know what Delzio's done so far. She's hit 2 hard. 1's gone out.
She'd like to do that again, I think. And that next one she'd like to hit over the center fielder. She's hit the ball hard, very hard twice.
Beacon getting here with a semifinal win over Tappan Zee. Led 8-1 after 2 innings. It was not a Rembrandt. A lot of errors in that game, but they persevered. But the big victory in the quarterfinals, 10 innings, knocking off the 4-time defending champs Pearl River. Just a couple of exits down off the Palisades. They'd love to be right around the corner here in Nanuet, playing for a section title. Not the case. Shannon Summer 0 for 2. It's 1-0.
Both these teams did a great job knocking out the much higher seeded teams to get here. Again, they're number 7 and 8. And they're both very strong teams.
On the ground is short. Lorelli in the dirt, and Yanarella couldn't dig it up in time. So Summer reaches to start the 5th. It's a hit for the leadoff hitter for Brewster. And we'll see what they can do with it as DeIso and Delzio do up the next 2 spots.
Summer showing her speed with this slap hit right here. Pushes it towards the shortstop. Knows that's the deepest position. Hustles. The ball's in the dirt. Yanarella makes a nice scoop, but Summer's able to beat it out.
DeIso's 1 for 2 with a run scored. Boyle has worked out of trouble before. Starts her off with a strike.
Dexter's keeping a good close eye on Summer. She jumped up real fast. Have to be ready to throw. She's watching. You see the eyes go down.
Bunted in front of the circle. Tough play. Just in time, but first to third goes Summer. On a bunt back to the circle, Boyle gets the out, and Summer, putting the engines on all the way, makes it all the way around to third base.
That is some of the most heads-up running I have ever seen. Going first to third on a sac bunt. They're not paying attention. Third baseman up. Nobody is covering third base. Excellent heads-up play by Summer, able to get all the way down to third.
So she gets 2 bases on the sacrifice. 1 down and a pitch at the knees. Delzio behind, 0-1. 2-run home run, her first time up. Lined out sharply to center in the 3rd. The 0-1 bounced off Gonzalez, and no play for Lorelli. That'll bring home the run. Summer scores. It's now a 6-3 game, and Delzio slides in safely to second base. Ruled a double, her 2nd extra base hit. Still 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th.
Another good heads-up piece or running by this team. Brewster really heads up. Ball's hit hard. Goes through the third baseman and shortstop, and the ball kind of dies in center field. The outfielders have to come in to get it. So what Delzio does is she just keeps running. Able to get a double out of that. That's 2 heads-up running plays that brought home a run.
Runner in scoring position, still only 1 out here in the Brewster 5th. Christina Graff, nothing's left the infield yet for the cleanup hitter.
She'd love to change that right now with Delzio on second base. Base hit is not a guaranteed run, though. We have a very strong arm in the outfield, especially in center.
That would be the 8th grader, Leandra Etching.
I know.
1 ball and no strikes. And now 2-0. And Delzio dancing off his 2nd. The
Nice.
coach's daughter, the senior. Power, speed, a little bit of everything. And on base right now.
She's really showed it today. Double, home run, 3 RBIs. Just an incredible player. Mom's got to be so proud. Or her coach, I should say. I have to say coach right now.
2-0. This time a strike. Boyle gave up the 2 runs in the 1st and kept him off the board innings 2 through 4. But now trying to limit the damage in the 5th with 1 run already across. Fouled back. Now 2-2.
Boyle's got to go with what's been working for her the last 3 innings. Go at these batters. Let her defense step up.
Hit hard. Gonzalez on to first, and they get the out there. And Delzio does not advance from second. 2 down now. Nicely played by Gonzalez at the hot corner. That'll bring up Nicole Larm, the third baseman for Brewster.
Gonzalez does the exact right thing here. She knows that she can trust her arm. She looks Delzio back to second base, then throws across the diamond. That way the runner's not able to advance. Very heads-up play. She swats away flies.
That's the only thing that's given her trouble.
I know. Giving me a little trouble, too.
Larm is 1 for 2. A single came back in the first. Brewster's left 4 runners on base through 4. They've got Delzio at second with 2 outs now. Did that hit her? It did. So Larm will reach after being hit.
It's like a pitch, a screwball that got away from Boyle. Hits Larm on the leg. Ball just keeps kind of tailing inside. Ooh, it hits her right on the foot. That stings. She doesn't care. She's happy to be on base.
You know it. Delzio, the lead runner at second. Larm now on first, and Boyle facing her pitching counterpart, Feeney. First pitch, she swings into center. Etchie on the run is there. 1 run across for Brewster in the 5th. That's all they get on 2 hits. They leave 2, and we're through 5 for a Section 1 championship. Beacon 6, Brewster 3 here on MSG Varsity.
1 run in for Brewster in the 5th inning. We go to the 6th inning. Beacon 6.
6 runs, 10 hits, no errors for Beacon. 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Brewster. And the Bulldogs coming up in the top of the 6th inning. And Beacon with a 4-run third, 2 more coming in the 4th, and looking for their first section title since 1989, when they also won their Class B state championship. And the Bulldogs under a first-year head coach in Brian Antelek, and he is 2 innings away with a 3-run lead.
You realize those kids were not born when the last time they won that championship? Coach would be very happy to add a state sectional title to his year. Continue on to the state tournament.
Playing in the 9th inning, the Marlins 5 and the Phillies 4.
Beacons come down right along the Hudson here to Nanuet, New York. They've been great hosts today here at Heroes Field, Nanuet Little League Softball Complex. Tony Toronto, Section 1 softball chairperson, has done such a good job of putting this day together, along with Brian Keel, the president of the Nanuet Little League, getting the field ready after some rain a couple of days ago. And a special thanks to everyone who's hosted us and these schools here this afternoon and out tonight.
It is really a nice facility. They've done such a beautiful job. As you said, we got so much rain yesterday. I didn't think we'd even see a field.
Yeah. Well, it's not underwater anymore, at least.
No.
Williams with the tapper. It sits fair. Feeney, and her throws late. Tori Williams on with her first hit, and it's here in the top of the 6th.
That is a single all the way. It's a little tapper. She is hustling all the way down. Oh, they're calling it hit her foot.
Not so fast.
Not so fast. I will take that back. Oh, right on the edge of the foot. Not a single. I'll take that back. She will try it again. She's smiling. Doesn't even think she felt it off her foot.
Well, Brian Antelek likes the awareness to get down quickly.
Just run. Hit and run.
On the ground this time, playable for Larm, and a good hard throw. Williams is retired, so she's 0 for 3 on the day. 1 down here in the 6th.
That time it did not go off her foot. She was hustling still all the way, but a nice play by Larm to get it across the diamond. She's got quite an arm, Larm. That rhymes. Ball hit hard. She keeps her glove down, guns it across to Mahalko. for the first out of the inning.
1 ball, no strikes on Jelana Fuller, who's 0 for 2 on the day for Beacon. Feeney brings the rise, 1-1. Beacon Bulldogs, number 8 seed in Section 1 Class A, looking for win number 20 and a Section 1 title, as Fuller fouls it straight back to even things at 2-2.
Coach would love to get her on base. She's got wheels like Etchie, with Etchie following her. Speed and speed.
Alicia Feeney has thrown 99 pitches. And we're looking at number 100 coming up. It's been a busy night at the office for number 11. Now a full count. She went the distance, allowed 4 hits in the semifinal win against Ursuline, struck out 5. Different story now, pitching from behind here in the top of the 6th. And a 1-out walk issued to Fuller.
It doesn't seem to faze her to pitch from behind, though. She's still going at these batters. She's just got to stay settled down. That's a great thing about softball. 100 pitches does not automatically mean they're out of the game, as it does in baseball.
Leandra Etchie, as advertised, came in hitting 400. Pair of singles in the 3rd and 4th innings, scored both times. To short, Sergio, no play. Etchie was all the way at first when she even thought about maybe throwing. 2 on with 1 out.
Wow, and Sergio was charging that ball, and before she could even look up, Etchie was at first base. I hope she runs track.
Get her ready for the baseball softball season.
Seriously, I mean, it's a little squiver. Sergio does the right thing, charges it. She can't even make a play. Etchie is down the line before she even can pick her head up.
So 2 on with 1 out for Yanarella. Beacon looking for some insurance to a 3-run lead here in the 6th. Last year they were 11-11. They lost in the quarterfinals of the Section 1 playoffs. They made it to the final and now looking to win the title. Shopper, Feeney, not much room to throw it over, and she gets the out. Well played to retire Yanarella. Runners move up, so Fuller to 3rd and Etchie now at 2nd.
She was going to see if that ball had some backspin to go foul, but she grabs the ball just in time. Yanarella very fast, hustling down the line. Feeney comes up firing to Mahalko. Gets the out. She sees how fast Yanerella's getting down there. Makes a nice play for the 2nd out. It's a big out right there.
Well, they call a ball right there because she lost control right there with runners on base. And now the umpires are going to confer. Billy Otovich behind home. John Morgan coming down from 3rd. So the ball came out of her hand right there on the rubber. Ball 1.
Yeah, with the ball, with her foot on the rubber, that's in softball how you tell that you're prepared to pitch. So with the ball coming out of her hand, it is a ball.
Answers right back with a strike on Dexter, who delivered the big blast her last time up in the 4th inning.
Yeah, Dexter takes a high fastball and just pushes it out to right field over the right field fence. Huge hit. Big greeting at home. She was real happy on that one.
We saw her power with that one swing. Her 7th homer of the season. Now with 28 RBIs.
It's not a bad year for her.
I think most would take it. Came in hitting .547.
She was frustrated on her last foul ball right there. She'd love to straighten that out. She's got a couple very fast runners on.
That'd be Fuller at 3rd, Etchie at 2nd. 2 outs here in the Beacon 6th. Looking for more with a 6-3 lead. 1-2, chop foul past the diving attempt of Larm.
Larm really did make a nice attempt there. She goes flying past Fuller.
Jelana Fuller walked, then reached third. Etchie with the single, and now at second base. Dexter came through with a 2-out, 2-run homer her last time up. Flare into center, gets through again. Fuller's in, so is Etchie. Dexter thinking about second, she's there as well. Another 2-out, 2-run hit for Chelsea Dexter. And Beacon adds 2 more. It's now 8-3.
There was not even a question. Etchie running on that one. Dexter does a nice job fighting off a pitch on the inside corner. Pushes it into center field. Excellent job. 2 very, very fast runners. Both of them hustling all the way. And on the throw, Dexter moves into second base.
Alexandra Arce coming in for Dexter as the courtesy runner. 2 outs. You have the catcher on base. Got to get ready for the next one, right?
Absolutely. You got to put that equipment on. Look at that nice slide by Etchie. She goes around, does almost a backdoor slide into home plate, avoids the tag. She's just an incredible. Imagine this kid is a senior.
Imagine her as a freshman.
She does, to me, just doesn't seem like an 8th grader. She just plays so smart.
Gonzalez, the cleanup hitter. 2 balls and a strike. So Arce, the courtesy runner at second. 2 outs in the 6th. Dexter again brings in 2 more with 2 outs. Now 2-2 on Gonzalez. So Brewster has 6 more outs to go, but it's a 5-run lead for Beacon, and the bottom 3 coming up for the Bears in the bottom half of this inning. Lifted into right, and on the run. Nooner's there to make the catch and end the top of the 6th for Beacon. 2 more runs scored with 2 outs on 2 hits. Chelsea Dexter, the big blast. The flare to center, 8-3. Bulldogs in front. Two more runs scoring for Beacon in the top half of the 6th. One of them, Leandra Etchie. She has scored 3 times today, and she has really changed this game with her speed and her presence out there.
Yeah, you just can't tell that she's an 8th grader. She has such a softball intelligence for such a young player. I mean, I just imagine her as a junior, senior in high school. She's incredible and is only going to get stronger. Just loves the game. Look at her, having a great time.
Not quiet, because when you're an 8th grader, you're playing with high school kids. You're still in middle school. There is that age divide, and yet she's relatively unfazed.
No, she really isn't phased at all. She gets out there and just plays the game that she knows and loves.
Kathleen Boyle has certainly enjoyed the support. After giving up 2 runs in the bottom of the 1st, she's allowed just 1 since. And now she'll take the pitcher's circle against the bottom 3 for Brewster in this bottom of the 6th. Sergio to lead it off. Mahalko and Nooner are also due up. Kathleen Boyle, known for her location. She started every game. She's pitched all but 10 innings this season. And she and the Beacon Bulldogs are in the driver's seat now.
Her arm has led them to this point. She's, like you said, she all but 10 innings this year. That's a lot of innings pitched.
Pass the shortstop Lorelli. That's what Brewster needed. Sergio on to start the bottom of the 6th.
That was a nice rope. Lorelli makes an excellent diving attempt. My apologies. Makes an excellent diving attempt. Just misses the ball.
Here's Mahalko. in the dirt. Sergio thought about advancing. Instead, she stays put.
Dexter stays down so nicely on the ball. They're doing a nice job keeping the ball in front of her, keeping the runners from advancing.
Mahako singled twice. Right at the knees for a strike. Mahako in the second with one out. Coming through off Boyle. And then in the fourth inning, Mahako with another chance on the ground and through. 2 for 2 on the day.
She's had herself a very good game, hitting the ball all around the field.
Fights this one off, down the line, just foul.
Ooh, that was right near the line.
Donna Spafford umpiring along the first base line. Quick to say, just wide.
She was right there. She saw it. Let's take a look. Just on the inside foul. She was right on there, but that was a shot. Yeah, she's giving thumbs up. She knew.
1-2.
1-2 to Mahako. Got a piece. Well, last night, Johan Santana throwing the first ever Mets no-hitter. We just watched a close play along the foul line.
I was thinking that myself.
Carlos Beltran might have nicked the line. He certainly did, actually, against the Mets. But it was ruled foul by Adrian Johnson.
But you know, these umpires, they make such close calls. Sometimes you miss.
Looped it to center. Etchi coming on, throwing back to first, and they force out the runner. Double play. Sergio couldn't get back in time, and Etchi does it again.
All I have to say is, wow. This kid sees this all the way. Hustles, line drive in, ready to throw, throws it across the dime into first base, gets Sergio leaning. Wow. This girl is softball right here.
Mahako flies out. Sergio doubled off. And just when you thought Brewster had something cooking to start the sixth, down 5 runs. Now 2 outs and nobody on. And Jen Nooner being pinch hit for right now by Sammy Chudina. 1-1. Waited back on the changeup to short. Up with it, Lorelli. Low throw, dug out by Yanarella. 6 innings in the books. And Beacon getting oh so close to their first section title in 23 years. And here's a big reason why. Etchi, the catch, alert, and on to first. On to the 7th, 8-3 Bulldogs. Top of the 7th inning, Beacon with a 5-run lead against Brewster in the Section 1 Class 8 championship in softball. Here's how it's transpired so far in Nanuet, New York. And Beacon coming through. The big blow was the 3rd inning when they came through with 4 runs against Alicia Feeney. And they've added more since. Etchi, dynamite at the top, 3 for 4. Dexter, 3 for 4 with a 2-run homer. And 4 2-out RBIs, and Maloff coming to the plate to start the 7th.
Wow, up and down the lineup, they've really been very consistent and hitting the ball all around, not making it easy for Feeney, who's done a very nice job moving the ball around herself.
Year number 1 for that man, Brian Antelek.
He's going to be smiling big if they end up winning this game. It's like I can do this varsity coach thing.
No, you don't question. 4 years as the JV coach, and the familiarity in coaching just about this whole team before they got to the varsity has paid dividends for him in year number 1.
Oh, it absolutely helps. It's incredible for him to know these kids so well before they get to this level, and then he's growing up with the kids.
Lofted into right. Nooner going back. Couldn't make the catch. Maloff turns first, fires back in. And she's at second base to start the 7th.
That ball was hit hard and far. Nooner looks like she went back one way and decided it was over her other shoulder. Just gets off the glove. Maloff in with a double. Nice way to lead off the Beacon 7th inning.
Boyle certainly likes it. She's been great herself. 2 for 3 with a single and a double today. Struck out her last time up looking. Popped up. Will it stay playable? 1 ball, 1 strike.
Boyle wants a piece of it too. You know, she's done a great job on the mound, but she wants to hit too.
She's really come a long way as a junior, as a pitcher, as a hitter. Pitched just about every inning this season. Gives him everything on a game-to-game basis. 17 wins. On the verge of 18, and along with it, a Section 1 title. They're 1 inning away.
She's definitely going to get even stronger next year as a senior. Beacon's lucky that they have a strong chunk of their team coming back.
To third, Larm looks back the runner, throws across, throw coming back, Sergio covering, great job blocking the bag, and they get Maloff. It's a double play. 5-3, back on to 6, 2 down, and nobody on base.
That again, another head. This defense on both sides, just an incredibly heads-up play. Larm looks Maloff back. Maloff decides to break as soon as the ball goes across the diamond. You see Mahalko gets that ball right back to Sergio. Excellent double play. It's a good vote of confidence right there for Feeney. Her defense backing her up.
Sarah Lorelli's 1 for 3. Off the inner part of the bat, into right. Oh, the shoestring running catch is made. That was Chadina, who came and hit earlier for Nooner, and the side's retired. On to the bottom half of the 7th. Final 3 outs, perhaps, for Brewster. Beacon going for the title when we come back. The Beacon Bulldogs are 3 outs away from winning their first Section 1 title since 1989. Chelsea Dexter, rule number 1.
That's a great sign right there.
She has come through with 2 out, 2-run hits, including a 2-run homer. 3 hits on the day for the catcher, the senior. And Kathleen Boyle, the junior in the pitcher's circle, has been not just good, but efficient through 6 innings to the tune of 77 total pitches.
77 pitches is tremendous. That's keeping her pitch count way down. 12 first pitch strikes, 26 balls, 51 strikes. She's done a great job all around.
On the other side, Alicia Feeney has made it through 7 for Brewster, but it's taken her 126. So a real big difference for the 2 pitchers here tonight.
Feeney's done a nice job. It's just taken her a lot more pitches. She, again, good strike-to-ball ratio, 80-46. She's just done it in more pitches.
Summer, the batter. DeIso and Delzio also do up. So the top 3 for Brewster, down 5 runs. Entering this final inning. Down to their final 3 outs. Here's the 1-0 from Boyle. On the ground to second. And the play's made by Angeloni. 1 down.
Nice play by Angeloni. Ball hit down. DeIso hits the ball hard into the ground. Got a lot of speed, so Angeloni had to move fast. Gets it over to Yanarella for the first out.
Ed Cohen, Carly Blake, our entire MSG varsity crew, Section 1 Class A softball championship here in Nanuet, New York. Little knee bender right there. 1-0 on DeIso. Beacon, the number 8 seed. They're a huge win in the quarterfinals against the top seed Pearl River, the 4-time defending champs. DeIso, tapper, foul, past third, now 1-1. And Brewster, the 7th seed. Their key win came in the quarterfinals against Pelham, an 8-inning victory. But now down to their final 2 outs in what's been a terrific season under 4th-year head coach Lisa Delzio. 2 balls and a strike.
Just like Boyle tripped a little bit on that one. Her foot got stuck. So you get a huge divot in front of the pitcher's mound after pitching so many innings. Looks like her foot got caught.
The ISO now at 3-1. She's 1 for 2. Singled and scored in the first. Last time up in the 5th. Sacrifice moved the runner over. Junior left fielder. She'll have another chance next year. There's a strike to bring the count full. Haven't seen that too much tonight.
No, not really. But you know, these batters have been very aggressive, so you know, they haven't gotten this far.
The ISO in the air, Etchie covering the ground, makes the catch. And Beacon is 1 out away from their first section title since the late 80s.
Wow. You were 2 outs, you get very excited. Etchie making another great catch. She has just been incredible in the outfield today. Really backing up Boyle, whose pitching performance has been fantastic. She's got a lot of face makeup on going. I'm not sure if it looks like she's got a little mustache going on.
Marissa Delzio stands in, and there's a strike from Boyle. Perhaps her most nifty pitch of the night. Delzio with 2 hits, 3 RBIs, but Brewster down to its final out. 0-2, and they're down to their final strike.
See the infield getting very excited right here.
Kathleen Boyle has been in that circle for just about the whole season, minus 10 innings. 0-2 with 2 outs. Just missed.
Nice pitch right there. Outside curveball that just missed.
First-year head coach, number 8 seed in this Section 1 tournament. They've gotten 88 pitches so far from Boyle. She needs 1 more strike to send the Bulldogs to the title. Down the middle for strike 3. The Beacon Bulldogs, champions of Section 1 Class A. Well, Boyle's first strikeout of the night turns out to be the one to end the game. And the Beacon Bulldogs, champions in 2012 for the first time in 23 years, their second Section 1 crown in school history.
Just an incredible feeling. They did such a nice job all around. Boyle so excited. Both teams were just so fantastic. Look, bringing Boyle to tears. Such a great feeling.
Well, laughter and crying are the 2 greatest signs of emotion. After giving up a 2-run homer in the first and made it 2-0, she was laughing. Now that her team's won it by an 8-3 score, she can shed a couple of joyous tears.
Yeah, her emotions are all over the place, but these kids are so excited. It's such a huge accomplishment to win a sectional final.
Bulldogs Section 1 champs. We'll talk to the winners when we come back to Nanuet. The Beacon Bulldogs earning the hardware for the first time in 23 years. Section 1 champions with an 8-3 victory over the Brewster Bears. Let's go to Carly Blake with 2 of today's stars.
Thank you so much, Ed. I'm here with Kathleen Boyle, our pitcher, and Chelsea Dexter, our catcher. Both had a fantastic game. I'm going to start with Kathleen. All right, Kathleen, first at the plate, you were 2 for 3 with an RBI. What did you think when you were going up to the plate?
That I wanted to hit the ball and just get the runs going.
All right, let's talk about pitching. You had 1 strikeout. It was the last strikeout of the game. First, what was working best for you today?
My fastball, changeup, and my rise ball.
Okay. Now, when you get up to the plate, what are you thinking? Are you thinking big hit? Or are you thinking, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking single does it.
All right, now tell me how it feels to win this championship.
Amazing. I don't, honestly, words really don't describe how I feel.
All right, now what's
Really happy.
all right? Now what's the next step for you guys?
I'm going to Binghamton on Monday.
Okay.
We're gonna win.
Okay. Congratulations, Kathleen Boyle. On the flip side, Chelsea Dexter, outstanding catcher, 3 for 4, 4 RBIs. All right, when you got up, let's talk about the home run first. What were you thinking?
Just if she pitches me outside, let the pitch get deep and go with it.
How did it feel to hit that pitch?
It felt amazing. Right off the bat, I knew it was going off and over.
Okay, then you had a big single, 2 more RBIs. Again, were you thinking base hit?
I always do. Middle out, single does it. Extra base hits are always nice.
Talk about what an incredible game Boyle pitched today.
Kathleen, this whole sectional tournament, she's pitched amazing. She hits her spots. You know, we have that relationship where she trusts me that if she pitches the ball in the dirt, she knows I'm going to block it, and I know that if I call the rise ball, she's going to throw it.
Tell me how it feels to win this championship.
It feels amazing. I mean, we've been doubted the whole tournament, that we've always been on the losing side, and to prove everyone wrong that Beacon finally won in 23 years feels amazing.
Thank you so much. Outstanding job. Let's take a look at the board.
Oh, certainly, Carly. 8 runs on 14 hits, no errors for Beacon. Brewster with 3 runs on 9 hits, no errors as well. But Boyle going the distance. That's been a trend this season. She's pitched all but 10 innings for the Beacon Bulldogs. And Alicia Feeney, well, she really gave it her all in 7 innings of work for Brewster, but she comes up short. And it's the Bulldogs who take this one with some really timely hits. You look at the big innings for them, the 4-run third, then 2 runs coming in the 4th, and all those runs, for the most part, coming with 2 outs.
Absolutely. They're very clutch hitters. Our coach told us that from the beginning. They're all about key hits. Huge, all up and down the lineup. Patience won this game.
Congratulations to the Brewster Bears on a terrific season. Congratulations to the winners of Section 1, the Beacon Bulldogs, champions for the first time since 1989. Executive producer of MSG Varsity's Michael Lardner, senior coordinating producer Marty Ehrlich, the coordinating producer Miles Rich. It was produced by Mick Monninghoff, directed by Eric Singer. This has been a presentation of MSG Varsity only on Optimum. For more high school sports and information, log on to msgvarsity.com. Beacon winners in Section 1 softball in 2012. For Carly Blake and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying good night from Nanuet.